Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a Christmas page or a Thanksgiving. This is the layout that I have created in Design Space, but I am also going to show you how I created this layout. So then we're going to do the page like I do in my other videos, and I will join these together so that you'll have the process from beginning to end. So, and this is a very simple page. So it's going to be in Scrapbook number Christmas 8 on my website, meandmycricut.com, so you can go there. And I will post a Design Space link for this layout when at the below, so you can copy this page if you like it. But my main goal is to show you how I produce these layouts and design them. All right, so to begin with, this page is I've chosen the papers already. I do that before I go through. I sort my photos, and I have chosen paper from this pad, Holiday Spice Recollections. This is from Michael's stores, and I have chosen these papers. So this is my background. It's a foil with gold. This is a large multicolored print that I intend to use on this border right there. This is the coordinate, and this will be where I have little wreaths there. That's to show you to use a wreath, or not a wreath, but another print, but it's a smaller print than this. And then all these, the orange and the green, are from these stripes, borders that are in the same pad. I picked out this green, and I'm going to use 2 of those, 1, 2. And I'm also using an orange one. Oh, this one. This is the orange one that I'm using right there. So that's why I'm saying this is a very simple page. It looks complicated and busy, but the only things you will be cutting out on the Cricut machine for this layout is this circle with the oranges, this circle with the apples, and this title, Happy Holidays. So it really is a very simple page. So I am going to group this all together. Group and push it to the side, get it out of the way, and then I'm going to create this page from start. So I'm first hitting shapes and getting a square. Now I'm going to make this 12 inches. I have reduced it down here to 75% so I can do 2 12-inch pages side by side. So what I all right, so now I'm going to pick, well, a rust color. I would go there and make it lighter or duller by hitting advanced, but I have the color right here, so I'll save time. And then I want to let you know that I want you to use a patterned paper. So I am picking a background, see here? So this is just to constantly remind people to use patterned papers. They make your pages gorgeous when combined properly, and it makes them quite easily done. So now I'm going to click on Images, and I'm going to type in background. I'm not a typist, so I'm very slow. And all these images come up, and the one I'm doing is very fine, so I can go to product, where is it? Operation type, these are cutouts, and I'm going to do draw only because I want a very delicate one. I don't expect anyone to do this drawing, but I am putting it there because I post these on my website. I'm putting it there to show people, just to remind them, I want you to try using pattern papers. So I'm looking for one that I will, I want all over leaves sort of thing. You just have to keep on looking. This looks good. Well, I didn't find anything off the bat, so I'm going to go to my saved. I use these all the time, so I saved some, so I'm going to use one of my saved ones, and that'll be, I'll just pick this one. It flourishes all over the place, so I'm going to add that to the canvas. Okay, so I'm not finding it, so I know, because I've already done this page before, I'm saving time. I know it was a line that I used and just turned it orange. So I'm typing in lime and looking for it. Here it is here. Where is it in color? There. I'm losing my mind. That's the image I want. Okay, so I'm going to add that to the canvas. It's slow. Here we go. So once you click outside the box, the group of images, it will come apart easily. So I am going to use these on here just to create something. Okay, so here, this is going to end up here and here, right? But I'm going to leave that for now. So now I have to change the colors of this to orange. And then, whoa, this has to be a darker orange. Well, maybe it doesn't. There. All right, so I have that. Now I need a few leaves. So I'm going to type in leaves. I could type in leaf. You do get different images when you type in a plural or a singular. You know, so that's kind of like what I'm after, small little leaves. And that's nice. Now maybe a double one. No. Can't seem to, it's taking too long, so I'll just work with those two. Here we are. So we're going to make these, I have to click outside that group. And I can make this smaller too. Turn this to green. Okay, so just by placing leaves around, I'll move these to the front, arrange, send to the front. I can create a little grouping here, and I will just go right far over to the top right, duplicate, and I can just duplicate these all I want and make a, whoops, hit the wrong thing there. Change the size. I'm trying to twirl this by using that. And I'm going to put the orange on top again. Arrange. Send to the front. So I can create a little scene here. Just playing around with this. And then I'm going to group it because I don't want you making all that stuff. I expect you to find a pretty paper of your own and use that. So there's the background. So that's that done. Now here, this I'm going to do, I have a border for the other pages, so I'm going to do a 2-inch shapes again. And I'm going to do, unlock that so I can change the size of it. Now stretch it to 12 and 2.5 inches. So we'll make that 2.5 and this exactly 12. And this is, I'm creating this border here now. So it's the beige color, the tawny color. And then I added, I'm going to duplicate that and turn this one green for the green border. And I'm going to make this like 3/4 of an inch as well. There we go. Now I'm going to pull this, move these out of the way, put these together underneath so I can group them. That's not quite 12. There we go. Now when I group these two, I can hit align and center. Oops, didn't want center. Align. Well, I have to ungroup them now. There. Now I have to group them again and hit align left. And now hit group. And so now they're together. Now I also want to, I'm trying to copy this paper image here. So I'm just going to look for a wreath. Type in a wreath. And just find some small wreath. I don't expect you to cut it, so it doesn't matter how detailed it is, because I just want something that has a few colors in it. Perhaps that one. Maybe this one. I'll just use that other one. Okay. So I have that wreath. Here we are. Okay. So I'm going to make this small enough that it fits into the brown. There we go. And I will change these colors from the red to the orange and use the green that I have so that it shows up more. It's a little brighter. And I'll just leave that. Okay, so now on the right hand page they show all across, so I am going to duplicate this and spread them out, and that is just, now I'm going to group this up top, group, and there I have the border for this page. I'm going to move that over. Okay, and now I can, is this, oh, it's tucked behind. There we go. Now I'm going to duplicate that for the other page. And here, I want this on top, so I'm going to click on this and go Arrange, Send to the back, Arrange, Move forward, keep on doing that until it shows up, and there it is. Now we can move on to these. So because I think they're about 4 inches, I'm going to have to arrange, send to the front. Oh, that's behind. I should have done them in the, and I want this one overlapping, so I have to hit that again, because there we have a lot of white space. Okay, now I'm going to place my photos. I normally do that first. I forgot because I've already done this page. So this is 4 by 6. So let's just make this 4 by 6. And what color? They're in a brown. There. Now they show up. I'm going to duplicate that. I have 2 4 by 6s. I also have a 5 by 7 that is runs in the same direction. So if I duplicate this, I'll make this one 5, and I'll just pull this down. I should have faster. 7, 5 by 7. There we go. Now I'm going to, this will go on top of the photos, but first I'm going to do a mat around the photo. So I'm going to duplicate that, and the back one, I've already unlocked the corner. I'm going to make that black for a shadow or a matte. Oh, I did the wrong one. Black, and this one will be brown so we can see it. Okay, now this one I'm going to make 1/2 inch bigger. And then, so I'm going to move these away so that I can group them, and I'm combining them because I want to be able to duplicate this. Center. There we go. So now I can just duplicate that whole thing, and it saves me trouble. Get rid of this. I didn't, it ungrouped. I clicked it twice. My mistake. Double click. There. Didn't I group that? Group. Now duplicate. I guess I forgot to group it. There we go. All right, and now I can do the same for this, only I'm just going to duplicate this right now and make it bigger. And so this is now, I can get rid of that, and I have my photos right there. Now, I'm trying to space these evenly on this layout, and now this I want on top of the picture, send to the front, and this I want on top of the other one, so I have to arrange and send that to the front there. That's what I'm after. Now, these aren't the right colors that I've used in this layout, so an easy way to do this is to go right over to the top right, far top right, and right under the Make It is Color Sync. So look at all these different colors I've used in here, and I don't want to cut that many mats, and I want everything coordinated. So first off, I need to change all this. This yellow is going to be the orange that we have up top. How do I get it up there? No, it didn't. There's so many in this one. It's hard. It's difficult. I want this orange. I'm going to have to, all you do is click and drag. So this red, if I can get that on the same screen, it's just way too much. You just click an image here and drag it to the color you want, or you can click on this outside bar, the green bar, and click it to another green to make them all the same green. Like I can do that here. This is going into there. And now this green is going into there. And this is how you can make everything coordinate so that you're only using maybe 2 shades of green or 1 orange. It cuts down on the number of mats you're cutting. Plus, I want these images to be in the same colors as all the rest. So this orange I have to get out of there. I'm going to have to do that because there's just so many. This was not a good example for me to show you how to use this color sync. Okay, so that is this layer right here, and I want it to be this orange there. And the inside, I want to be the same orange. There. Okay. So, and now these whites, I want to be the same cream. I could just slide them if there weren't so many different colors in those images. So I'm going to just change that to cream. Whoops, wrong thing. Undo. There we go. Now I click on here and I have to go over to the white. And I have to make that cream. And then I'll click on this one and make this white the same cream. And this pink, I do not want pink. I want it red. So I'm going to click on that, the pink, and I want it, that's too brown. Yeah, that's it. I want it red. So the other thing I want to do is make a shadow around this. So I'm going to use the offset. So I just click on that image. I'm moving it away from the layout because I'm going to have to group the offset with the image. So I click offset, wait for it to show up. Now you can see this line all around the image. That is how wide it has created a shadow for this image. And I don't want it that wide. So I go up to this dot, the black dot up here, and I slide it closer and closer to the line until I look down and I see that's the width I want it to be. Or you can use the numbers there. And now you can use the numbers right here and just type in a number, and then I hit apply. And it always makes it in black. But the first thing I'm going to do is group this. Now I can move it as one image. And then I can go back here. Now it's grouped and it's the bottom. Orange is offset, it says here. I can click that offset and I can make that any color I want it to be. So I am going to make it a darker brown. That's all. And there it is. It's done. Now because I've grouped it, it's on top again. So this one I have to click Arrange, send to the front. So that's pretty much how I've done this page, except, oh yes, I have a title, Happy Holidays. So I'm going to type images because I'm looking for a, and I want Happy Holiday, and see which one I like. I want something that's easy to cut out, that's the type is thicker, and I want it all in one line like this right there. Click on that one, add to canvas. Excuse me. Okay, so I guess I want this about here, but I also want it shadowed. So I'm going to do an offset. I click on, whoops, something's wrong. There, look. There we are. Okay. Click on this and I'm going to click offset. And usually, if it's an image, it will offset the same size as what I've already done on this layout, but this is a new one. So I do want it bigger because I want it all to be one cutout, one word. There we are. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. There. Okay, now I'm going to apply, and that I'm going to group it before I do anything. Now I'm going to change this to the cream color. Whoops. Now I'm going to click on this. It's grouped. It's now considered one image, and I'm going to hit offset again. And it's doing it the same size, but I want it a little bigger because I'm making this a banner title. So now they're joined together. You can see that. And so I'm going to hit apply. And now if you group this together, I have a banner title there. And that's going right there. I just created a 3-layer title out of that. So now that this page, you can see how it's laid out, I just have to click Make It. So I am going to delete this and pull this one in front and show you. I'm going to just group that so I can delete it in one click. Click on this and delete. Okay, so here's the page. Now all I have to do is make it. So what I'm going to do is, it won't cut these 12-inch things, and I have no intention of you. Oh, I have to ungroup this page. I grouped it so I could move it. All right, so now I'm clicking on this background. I'm going to get rid of everything except what I want to cut in Design Space. So that highlighted over here, I'll close that. And I'm closing that. And I don't want this picture because I just cut that with my tools, with my guillotine or my cutters, my trimmers. And this border I don't want because we just used paper for that. I expect you to find pretty papers and use them. So you just need your trimmers to cut these borders. So let's find the top of this one. Whoops. Here it is, group. Close that, and this one. There it is. Okay, that's all you're cutting out on this page. So now I click Make It. And these are the boards. I have one, I'll put black paper on here, and those are the images that I will be cutting out in black. And I scroll through each of these to see. I try to fit it inside an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to save paper, my 12 by 12 pages. And so this one, I could, if I turn this at an angle, it will come inside the 8-inch. It's 8.5 by 11. It fits nicely, so that's fine. And then here, that's fine. This is good. I have 5, 6, 7. The other thing you can do is to save paper. You can move images inside. So I'm editing these mats, and that's fine. I'll use a 12-inch sheet. Oh, I don't have to. It fits inside the 11-inch. So then you just hit continue. And my machine is not turned on. But I have 7 different colors here. So now I am going to cut out all these images, put them together, and then I will do a video on putting my page together. Thanks for watching this part. Stay tuned for part 2. All right, I'm back, and now I've cut out the images that we were doing for this page, the apple and orange, and a title. Here it is, and I've glued them all together to save time. So first off, these are the photos I'm working with. This Christmas, this lady, she was, I think, in her 90s, and we were concerned that this might be her last Christmas, and we called her Gigi for great grandma, and it turned out it was. So I was really glad that we had a lot of pictures taken. We got the whole family to pose for a lot of pictures that year. Okay, so I put together the borders that are from the paper. I just cut this, and this is from the border strip, and I mounted them. I glued them onto a wider piece of cream. So I'm going to line these up here, and then this is the other paper, and it's going over here, and then this border is going on top like this. Now I cut mats for these, and then I embossed the gold with this embossing folder. It's my Teresa Collins cut emboss. It does large pieces, and I'm delighted to have it. It's electric for one, and I have arthritis in my hands, so it helps a lot. Okay, so I embossed the foil because I wanted it to show up. It was just too shiny in it, so it really reflects the light when it's embossed. There's nothing like embossed foils. So I'm going to line these all up along this border like this. I'll try spacing them kind of evenly along here. And then I'm going to add my title to here. I want it centered there. And these two, I'm going to overlap one. There's a lot of background on this, so I'll overlap them like this over here. And this is how I had my layout designed. Now, I'm going to explain to you why my pages that you see complete are different sometimes from the layouts that I've done in the video. And that's because when I get to this stage, I think I've laid it out the way I want it, but now I find there's a big gap here and here, and I don't like that. So instead of going back to the Cricut and redoing stuff, I have a few dies, and I cut out this gold border in twice, and I'm going to put it here and there, because it's just, once I've finished a page with the Cricut machine, I just want to quickly finish it, and I have a few dies that I use those for. So now you can see this page is complete, It's very pretty for Thanksgiving or Christmas as well. So I hope you enjoyed this longer version of a video, but I showed you how I go through my process in Design Space. I hope that helps some of you, and as I do more, you will probably I'll be showing you different things, the slice and the weld and things like that, because on different pages I do use some of those different things. So thanks for watching. Subscribe below.